Good morning, students. In today's class, we are going to see force on differential current element and problems under that. So, in the previous class, we have seen the Lorentz force equation, where the Lorentz force equation is represented with F is equal to Fe plus Fm. Fe is your electrical force, Fm is your magnetic force. The formula to identify your electrical force is Q into E, and the formula to identify your magnetic force is Q into U cross product with B. It is nothing but when charge Q is moving in the presence of your electric field and the magnetic field, then the total force exhibiting is going to be the Lorentz force equation. Electrical force is defined as when a charge Q is moving in the presence of your electrical field, then electrical force gets exerted. When a charge Q is moving with a velocity u in the presence of the magnetic field of magnetic flux density, a magnetic force will get exerted. In this session, we are going to see about the force on differential current element, and the introduction to differential current element we have seen in the previous lecture video. Now one more time I'll just refresh it. We all know that the Boyd-Servot's law. In case of your consider one current carrying conductor. In this, you consider a differential current element. When you are passing current through this, when I is going to be the current passing through the coil, you need to assume a differential elemental length. In this differential elemental length, the current carrying is going to be I into dl. I into dl is going to be the differential current carrying element. You are going to assume point P. It is going to be the point P where we have to identify the value of your magnetic field intensity, and the angle made between the current carrying element and the point P is going to be theta. We all know that the differential magnetic field intensity is proportional to the current carrying element I into dl, and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them, and also inversely proportional to sine of the angle between the current carrying element and the point P under consideration. So here this is the point under consideration where we want to identify the value of magnetic field. Here we need to identify the force on the differential current element. What is the force exhibiting? Because a magnetic field gets created. So when a charge Q is moving with a velocity u in the presence of your magnetic field, then what is the amount of force exhibiting is going to be Fm. If the current carrying element is going to be differential, then the amount of force that is exhibited on that current carrying element is also going to be differential. Therefore, we can write the force on a differential current carrying element dF is equal to dq into V cross product with B. When a charge Q is moving with a velocity u in the presence of your magnetic field of magnetic flux density, then a magnetic force is created which is given as Q into V cross product with B. Q is nothing but your charge, and V is going to be your velocity, B is your magnetic flux density. Now, if you are going to assume a differential charge element, dq, then the force is also going to be differential, which we can write it as df. Therefore, in a differential elemental charge dq, the force df is equal to dq v cross product with B. It is same like your formula Fm, that is magnetic force, is equal to Q into V cross product with V. Since you have assumed a differential charge element, the force exhibiting on the differential charge is represented as dF. Then we know that the current density J can be expressed in terms of velocity or the volume charge density. So we all know that J is nothing but your current density, which is defined as I divided by S. When you are going to assume a differential surface area, the current will also be differential, and we all know that the current I is equal to dq divided by dt. First I will derive this equation. We all know that J is equal to I divided by S. When you are assuming a differential surface area, the current carrying in that space will also be differential, which is equal to di. We all know that the current I is the moment of charge in a unit time. Therefore, di can be written as dq divided by dt. And if the charge q is going to be your volume charge density, we can write rho v is the definition for the volume charge density is rho v is equal to q divided by v. If we assume a differential volume element, the charge distribution is also going to be differential. Now, when you substitute the value of dq in this from this equation, you can identify what is the value of dq. dq is equal to, from this, j is equal to di divided by ds, where di is nothing but dq divided by dt, and one more ds is also available. dq can be written as rho v into dv divided by dt and 1 divided by ds. We can write the differential volume element as differential surface element and differential length element. So the above equation you can write it as rho v ds dx divided by ds dt. Okay, here you can cancel this ds. Therefore, the final equation j will become j is equal to rho v into dx divided by dt, which is nothing but rho v into dx by dt is nothing but your velocity v. Therefore, the relationship between your j and the volume charge density with respect to your velocity is given as j is equal to rho v into v. This is the current density expressed in terms of velocity and volume charge density. Now, we know that the differential elemental charge can be expressed in terms of volume charge density. dq is equal to rho v into dv. Therefore, df is equal to, in the place of dq, you can write rho v into dv and the velocity vector v cross product with b. If you rearrange the above equation, you can rearrange and write it as rho v into v, that is your velocity, dv cross product with b vector. Rho v into v is nothing but your current density j. Substituting, replacing it, we will get it as df is equal to j cross product with b into dv. We know that the relationship between the current element is given as j into dv is equal to k into ds. This is nothing but j is equal to I divided by s, where you can write the value of I into dl. Here you can write it as j is the j into dv is equal to I into dl. It is going to be your current element. Then replacing it, we will get df is equal to k cross product with b. K is nothing but your I into dl cross product with b into ds. Because j into dv, how we can write it? J is nothing but your current density. It is going to be your dv, which we can write it as k into ds, where k is nothing but I into dl. So in the place of k, you can replace it with I into dl and ds can be taken as a common. When you are considering the differential force on the current element is given by df is equal to I into dl cross product with b. This is going to be the general formula to identify the force on a differential current element. Integrating over a volume, the force is given as F is equal to integral over the volume of space from this equation. This particular equation is written from here. Okay, when you want to identify the force from this equation, you have to take a integration towards your right hand side. So integral over the volume of space J cross product with B into dV. Therefore, you can write the force equation F is equal to integral over the volume of space or integral over the closed surface I into dl cross product with B vector. It is going to be the force on the differential current element. Now we will solve one problem under the force on differential current element. Consider the problem. A conductor 6 meter long lies along z axis with a current of 2 amps in AZ direction. Find the force experienced by the conductor. We know that the force equation F is equal to the general force equation F is equal to I into dl. It is going to be the current element cross product with your magnetic flux density. The value of magnetic flux density given in the problem is 0.08 AX Tesla. I is going to be the current. The current flowing through the conductor is 2 amps in the direction of your AZ, and the value of your dl is 6 meter along your AZ direction. So dot product with dl is dz into AZ. So the dot product of AZ dot product with AZ is going to be 1. So finally here we will get 2 dz. The value of dl, the value of dz is going to be 6 meter. So 2 into 6 cross product with 0.08 Tesla. Now we can solve the problem. We know that the force exerted in a current carrying differential current element is going to be F is equal to I into dl cross product with B. The value of I is 2 amps. dl is equal to 6 meter into AZ direction, and the value of B is 0.08 Tesla. When you substitute over here, you will get F is equal to 12 AZ cross product with 0.08 AX. When you do a cross product between X and Z, so X, Y, Z, Z cross product with X. So it is happening in clockwise. So the direction made is positive, and the third terms is going to be the answer. So we'll get F is equal to 0.96 AY vector. So this is how we need to identify the force on a differential current element. And if you have a multiple conductor carrying current in same direction or carrying current in different direction, then we will be exhibiting, then there will be a force of attraction or force of repulsion. That discussion will do it in the next session. Thank you, students.